a headwind situation on a straight road is kind of the same as going on a little bit of an up climb on the bike. Not like this. And we're gonna go fast. We're gonna go real fast. And I'm gonna teach you how. Hello everybody, this is True Detective and the Extreme Power Cycling Teachings. It's the Extreme Power Cycling Theory for everybody that wants to win the fucking Olympics, I mean. It's everybody that wants to become hardcore in the fucking cycling sport. And here's why we do it. How to make that bike freaking fly. It's gonna make like this happen like that. We have two wheels on the bike. And in the middle of there's the fucking crankset. And you have the chain to the back, and if you have a higher gear, you're gonna get higher resistance, lower spin of the wheel, lower cadence, and we're gonna explain all of this in the later part of the video. Stay tuned for that shit. Use the clip pedals, and if you don't have the clip pedals, don't buy them. If you already have clip pedals on your bike, then you're not going to believe anything I say either way. You're just gonna say that, yeah, I already know how to cycle. Don't come and coach me on this. Well, whatever! Not like this. You use most force when you don't have clip pedals from your calf. And the calf is not the most strongest or the biggest muscle in the legs. Of course not, it's the thighs. With clip pedals we want the force, we want the push of the pedal right here and the strong pull over here. Not in the 12 zone, not in the 0 clock and not in the 6 o'clock. And we're gonna go fast, we're gonna go real fast, and I'm gonna teach you how. The cadence, a lot of people focus just too much on the cadence. The cadence, it's gonna come. You're going to get faster cadence on higher resistance, but you have to understand how to train for that. We have cadence like 70, 90, 110, 130, maybe something like 160. This very fast cadence, 160, but then a human being can do even 200 cadence. How are we gonna train you to become faster? I mean, this is for those that want to win in the Olympics, guys. Not for the regular old Joes. How to get stronger against headwind training and spin the wheel forward. Like that. Most people, when they cycle, they aim right here. In the about 3 o'clock. That's the heart and circulation of oxygen. The heart and oxygen circulation. There's also breathing technique. Slow breathing in fast speed. This is what we are targeting. If you want to be really good at cycling, slow breathing in extreme high cadence and fast speed. Some cyclists, they can do that shit without their heart even racing that much. And imagine a situation where you have headwind. You have headwind, and the headwind is pushing you on a straight road. Like this, and the headwind is pushing at you like this, and you're on the bike like here. So how we're gonna train you to become better in climbing and also in headwind, and this is the strenuous part for your body. Keep that in mind. This is really hardcore stuff. So we find a hill and we're gonna go up the hill. After we have gotten up the hill, we're gonna go down the hill. We're gonna go up the hill and we're gonna go down the hill. We're gonna do this over and over and over again. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Why? Because it makes you stronger against the headwind. It makes you so much faster in the climbs. A headwind situation on a straight road is kind of the same as going on a little bit of an up climb on the bike. Learn to climb while sitting down. Learn to climb much faster while standing up by increasing the resistance. Use your whole body to get that pedal to the metal. Use the gravity to drop, drop, drop. If you can even get these three right, diet, designing rules and sprinting, you're going to become really good at the sport. If we really want to win the Olympics, here's how I would do it. Over here in the upwards climb, first of all, if the route has a lot of downhills, we're gonna calculate on our brain which way we go the route so that there's more uphills. And we start the training going that way. And after we have gotten pretty proficient in the cycling, we're going to quit going that way. We're going to come here instead, where the upwards climb is, and here we're going to do that up, down practice. And we're gonna forget about doing the whole route for a while. We're gonna find a sprint section. We won't start sprinting until we are pretty good climbers. Over here in the sprint section, you have to understand that the sprint can be divided into 3 blocks. A sprint has a beginning, and a sprint should start a sprinting practice. It should start from zero speed. And here's the part about this part of the sprint is going to be hardest on your muscles. Your heart might kick in right here. That's what I noticed when I was doing this stuff. Now we come to the problem of the heart beating too fast. Have you ever had that when you go on a bike? Your heart starts to that speed like and you have to stop. Well, we can go around that. If you can cross this middle barrier in the sprint and go as fast here or even faster here, you're a great sprinter. Here's the part where the speed increases. You should reach your stop, you should reach that top speed in the sprint about here, this part. This part is the increasing of the speed, and you should be able to withstand the speed at least here. You find that sprinting location and you're gonna do the sprint, believe it or not, in the same way. This is insane practice, but if we want to win the Olympics, this is what we have to do. Back and forth and back and forth. And at that point in the practice, when we go around like this, we stop here and do up, down, maybe like 5 times. 5 times. Then go again around it. We keep rounding that out. Let's say 5 times here and 5 times every time here. So that would be 25 times of the uphill, and then 5 times the whole route there. And do the sprinting, but cut out the back and forth and back and forth and back and forth sprinting there. Combine these in the right blocks and you're going to get a lot better. Maybe in a very short time. You might get so good at cycling in only a year with this type of practice. Of the Olympic cyclists, I learned that it's high carbohydrates before the training. It's carbohydrates like with Italians with pasta, which is not so healthy for you, but it makes the bike fly like that. Some saturated fat, coconut oil, maybe. I was a vegan when I was a cyclist, but you could do it with other stuff too. And maybe something like potatoes, some spinach, not too much veggies, and not much of the fruits. For the cyclists, the protein comes in either during the training, which a lot of bodybuilders do, or after the training with some carbohydrates. I would say that it's 100% carbohydrates before the sprinting practice, but it's about 2/3 of protein and 1/3 or 1/4 of carbohydrates after training. And less saturated fat after the training, more saturated fat before the training with carbohydrates. And those fruits, they go into the recovery period, so not immediately after the training. And as a last note, I have a little stack of books of cycling for you that I want to show you, that I read during my cycling sporting fanaticism myself. And here's one of the fastest sprinters in the world, Mark Cavendish. An older cyclist, Marco Pantani, which died of cocaine overdose at the end of his career, I think. Chris Froome, the Olympic winners from the Olympic team of the Sky team. Carl Sagan over here. Geraint Thomas. Charlie Vegelius. The legend and the legendary Bradley Wiggins. This book is fucking awesome. And more about the doping side of this sport. It has been a big of a problem in the cycling.